all things through Christ who strengthens me. When you've got such a lot, when you've got not a lot, what? Be happy. I'm gonna jump up and down, gonna spin right around, gonna praise your name forever. I'm gonna shout out loud, gonna deafen the crowd, gonna send my praise to heaven. I'm gonna jump up and down, gonna spin right around, gonna praise your name forever. I'm gonna shout out loud, gonna deafen the crowd, gonna send my praise to heaven. I'll run this race and I will never stop. I follow Jesus till the day I drop. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. When you've got such a lot, when you've got not a lot, what? Be happy. Such a lot, when you got not a lot, what? Be happy.
Good morning everyone and welcome to Twinklers on TV week 9. Can you see where I am this morning? I'm in my bed. Oh, having had a really good night's sleep, because this week's story is all about Mr. Bear. It's called Peace at Last. He doesn't get a good night's sleep at all, but you and I did, didn't we, Teddy? Oh, what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? For me, I have to go and make a nice cup of tea. That really wakes me up. Next, I go to the bathroom and I use this to wash my face. Oh, lots of lovely warm soapy water helps me wake up. Next, I need to brush my teeth, make them nice and shiny and clean. And then, sometimes I get dressed before my breakfast, sometimes I don't. Today, I'm keeping my jammies on. My jammies have got special bear ears to remind us today of Mr. Bear and the story we're going to read. But the next thing is to eat my breakfast. So let's go and make some breakfast together. So now we've all had a really good night's sleep, we need to have some breakfast. It's important to have breakfast to fill up our tummies when we've been asleep. And because our story today is about Mr. Bear, I thought we could make some Teddy toast and Mrs. Teddy toast. This one is made out of a pancake, this one is toast. So let's start with Mr. Bear. Here's some toast that I made earlier. Ingredients I'm using are fruits and some chocolate spread, but maybe if you don't like chocolate spread, you could try peanut butter or something else. So let's take a big dollop of lovely chocolate spread and give Mr. Bear a brown furry face. There we go, on like that. Now, what else does he need? Mr. Bear needs 2 ears, so I'm going to use banana and pop them up there. He needs 2 eyes. Let's find some blueberries. I love blueberries, but maybe you could use raisins or maybe even chocolate buttons. Depends how much chocolate you've already had today. So, and there we go, there's his nose. And we'll stick another blueberry on his nose there. Excellent, there we go. There is our Mr. Bear toast. Now, let's make Mrs. Bear out of a pancake. So here we've got some pancakes that I'd made earlier. She also needs a lovely brown furry face. There we go, Mrs. Bear. Delicious. There we go. And here we've got, she needs 2 ears too. Now Mrs. Bear, I thought when she got dressed in the morning, she can put on a pretty scarf with a bow. So out of some apple and blueberry, I can make her a bow. She also needs a nose, doesn't she, like Mr. Bear? So a little bit more banana and blueberry. And what's missing? Poor Mrs. Bear's got no eyes. Mrs. Bear needs some eyes. Let's take a blueberry and chop it in half. There we go, Mrs. Bear. There's your eyes. Mr. and Mrs. Bear, a delicious breakfast. So if any of you get a chance to make these at home, you have to send me a picture. I'm going to tuck into those later. Now, after we've done some cooking, and look, my hands are all messy and sticky, I have to wash up and tidy up. I want to show you a video now of Harper, who got into a real mess this week.
What have you got on your hands? What is it?
Chocolate.
But how did you get the chocolate spread?
In
Right.
there.
Oh dear.
Let me wash my
Yeah, wash
hands.
your hands.
Wow, Harper, you were really busy with that pot of chocolate spread. Well done, Mummy, for clearing that all up and being so patient. I get you had a lovely time, but had to have lots of time washing and clearing up, I'm sure. Finley's sister Isla has been making the superhero mask that we did last week. Do you remember we looked at all different kind of superheroes and how that we are all special? Well done, Isla. I wonder what superpowers you had when you wore that mask. Let's have a look here at Roman and Kobe. Brothers sitting on the sofa, giving them each other a lovely hug. Well done, boys. I hope it's always as harmonious in your house as this picture shows. I'm sure it is. Someone else with mischief in their eyes this week is Freddie. Wow, Freddie, that is an amazing super soaker gun. We've had some lovely sunshine to go in the garden and play with it, haven't you? I just hope you didn't soak Mummy and Daddy too much. It looks loads of fun though. Olivia and Freddie have also been outside. They made a camp in the garden. That looks cool. Wonder if you'd have got some sleep and some peace in there, a bit like our Teddy, we're going to find out later. Or if you just had fun making things in there. And one of our tiny Twinklers is Araya, and here she is, 6 months old. Araya's mummy first came to Tiny Twinklers when you were still growing in her tummy, Araya. And it's wonderful to see you and that gorgeous smile growing so beautifully. Can't wait to catch up and see how much you've grown. Half a year already. And here we've got Ira in his high chair. Ira's been making some painting, doing some lovely painting there. Ira's mummy was saying how much she's especially missing Twinklers because that's where Ira would have done all his painting and made lots of mess, and we could have tidied it all up. But on this occasion, mummy had to do all the wiping and the tidying up and the hand washing. Seems like lots of messiness has been going on this week. And here's Fred. He's got some wonderful news to share. Fred, at last your beautiful baby Albert arrived, and lots of congratulations to Mummy and Daddy. Wonderful hug you're giving him there. Next up, we've got a video to watch of Ralph and of Josh. They're brothers. Look at them tucked up in bed with each other and reading stories to one another.
Leave a sword with the ball. What is your story? I'm going to go back. Here's the story. Read this. Read that. Here's the story. She's reading this. George Howard.
So just like Josh and Ralphie in that last video, we're going to listen to our story now. Karen's going to read it to us, but before we do that, we need to sing our wiggle song. Today I've got a different teddy here. This is my son Cameron's teddy, and he is in his pyjamas. Look, he's even got his Lightning McQueen slippers on. He's got his pyjamas on just like me. So are we ready for our wiggle song, Teddy? Are you awake enough for the wiggle song? You've had your breakfast, let's go. Wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes, wiggle our arms and wiggle our nose. Now the wiggles are out of me. I can sit down for the story. Oh, Teddy, you did so much wiggling, you've lost your slipper. Let's go over to Karen for today's story.
Hello everyone, this is Karen. I don't know if you remember me, but I am missing you. It's been a long time, and so has Teddy. And with me today I've got Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. But Teddy is going to help me read you a story today. So if you can shake away those fidgets and wobbly things, and start to sit with Mummy or Daddy and listen to a story that we're going to read. And today's story is called Peace at Last, isn't it, Teddy? And you like it, don't you, Teddy? Yes, you see, he keeps saying, read it again, read it again. So here we go, reading the story Peace at Last. Are you sitting comfortably? Well, here goes. The hour was late. Mr. Bear was tired. Mrs. Bear was tired. And Baby Bear was tired. So they all went to bed. Mrs. Bear fell asleep. Mr. Bear didn't. Mrs. Bear began to snore. Went Mrs. Bear. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he got up and went to sleep in Baby Bear's room. He wasn't very happy, was he, Ted? Baby Bear was not asleep either. He was lying in bed pretending to be an aeroplane. Meow, went Baby Bear. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he got up and went to sleep in the living room. Well, what do you think about that, Teddy? Tick-tock went the living room clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he went off to sleep in the kitchen. Drip, drip went the leaky kitchen tap. Went the refrigerator. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he got up and went to sleep in the garden. Well, Teddy, he's having a busy old night, isn't he, Mr. Bear? Well, you would not believe what noises there are in the garden at night. To-wit-to-woo, went the owl. Snuffle, snuffle, went the hedgehog. Meow, sang the cats on the wall. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he went off to sleep in the car. Well, it was cold in the car and uncomfortable, and Mr. Bear was so tired that he didn't notice. He was just falling asleep when all the birds started to sing and the sun peeped in at the window. Tweet, tweet, went the birds. Shine, shine, went the sun. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he got up and went back into the house. In the house, Baby Bear was fast asleep, and Mrs. Bear was fast asleep. Mrs. Bear had turned over and wasn't snoring anymore. Mr. Bear got into bed and closed his eyes. Ah, peace at last, he said to himself. Brrr, went the alarm clock. Brrr, went the alarm clock. Mrs. Bear sat up and rubbed her eyes. Good morning, dear, she said. Did you sleep well? Not very well, dear, yawned Mr. Bear. Never mind, said Mrs. Bear. I'll bring you a nice cup of tea. And she did. And that was the end of the story. Poor Mr. Bear. Well, I don't know. He was so tired he needed to go back to bed to sleep, didn't he? But I hope you enjoyed the story, and it's so lovely to be with you today. And take care and have lots of fun with mummies and daddies. God bless. Bye.
Thanks, Karen, and thanks, Teddy, for the reading of that story. Now, can you remember all the noises in that story that kept poor Mr. Bear awake? First of all, he got into his bed and he tried to sleep, and what did he hear? That's right, there's lots of snoring from Mrs. Bear. Then he went into Baby Bear's room. What was Baby Bear doing? Playing with his aeroplane. So then Mr. Bear thought he'd go into the living room, and what did he hear? Yep, tick-tock of the clock, and that's it, cuckoo, cuckoo. Then he went into the kitchen to try and get some sleep, and what noise was that tap making? It was going drip, drip, drip. And the fridge was going, making a loud buzzing noise. So Mr. Bear went into the garden, and what did he hear? That's it, there was the owls and the
Meow, meow, meow.
pussycats. Then Mr. Bear went into his car to try and get some sleep. Oh, he tried, but he couldn't, because the birds were tweet, 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 tweeting, and the sun was shining brightly. Oh, so Mr. Bear got out of his car, didn't he? Went all the way upstairs, snuggled back down into his bed, and what happened? The alarm clock went off. What did Mr. Bear say then? That's right, he did a big yawn and stretched his arms just like that. Thank you, Maeve and Stanley and George, for helping me with all those noises. Poor Mr. Bear got no sleep at all. Now this week we've got 3 birthdays to celebrate. We've got Florence is 2, Rosie is 3, and Evelyn has turned 4. So happy birthday to all you girls, and we're going to sing to you in just a minute with Nicola. So let's hand over to Nicola now for singing together.
Hi everyone, let's have a look in my bag and see what song we're going to sing first today. Oh, it's a creepy crawly. Don't worry, he's not real. Can you see? It's a spider. Let's get our fingers ready for singing Incy Wincy Spider. The Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain. And the Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the spout again. Good job! Let's see what else we can find. Oh, what's this poking out of my bag? A great big balloon. That's what we have for birthday parties, isn't it? And we've got 3 birthdays that we're going to be singing for today. We're going to sing happy birthday to Evelyn, Rosie and Florence. So let's have nice big voices. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday dear Evelyn and Rosie and Florence. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, girls. So let's see what we can find next. I wonder if you know what this is. This is called a stethoscope. That's a big long word, isn't it? And it's what the doctors sometimes use when we're not feeling very well. So we go to the doctors when we're feeling sick, and we know a song about a dolly who was feeling sick, 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 don't we? So let's sing Miss Polly Had a Dolly. Miss Polly had a dolly who was sick, sick, sick. So she called for the doctor to be quick, quick, quick. The doctor came with his bag and his hat, and he knocked at the door. Okay, let's take a little look. Oh, this is a nice storybook. It's called a Bible, and it's full of stories that are all about how much Jesus loves us. And one of my favourite stories from the Bible is when the children came to see Jesus, and some of the other grown-ups said, no, Jesus is too busy for the children. But Jesus said, no, I'm not too busy. Let the little children come to me. So we're going to sing a song about how much Jesus loves us. Okay, now we've sang this one before. Let's see if we can remember it. Jesus loves a little one like me, me, me. Jesus loves a little one like me, me, me. A little one like me, sat upon his knee. Jesus loves a little one like me, me, me. Let's see if you can do those actions yourself. Jesus loves a little one like me, me, me. Jesus loves a little one like me, me, me. A little one like me, sat upon his knee. Jesus loves a little one like me, me, me. Very good. Excellent job. Okay, let's sing one more, shall we? Oh, it's one of our favourites. Here's a bunny. Let's do some sleeping bunnies. So find a spot where you can go fast asleep, bunnies. Eyes closed. Are we nice and quiet, everybody? See the little bunny sleeping till it's nearly blue. Shall we try to wake them gently with a merry tune? Oh, so still, are they ill? Wake up now. Ready? Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop and stop. Very good. Let's do that one again. So find yourself nice and quiet, down on the floor, fast asleep. See the little bunny sleeping till it's nearly blue. Shall we try to wake them gently with a merry tune? Oh, so still, are they ill? Wake up now. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop and stop. Very good, hopping bunnies. Good job. Thanks for singing with me.
Thanks, Nicola. Great singing, everyone. So here we've got our prayer tree. We've got to say thank you to God this week for the safe arrival of beautiful baby Albert. Here's Fred and his lovely new brother giving him a big squeeze. Well done, Mummy Becky and Daddy, and wishing all you family lots of love in this sleepless time. Also, I've added to our prayer chain here with other things. Remember, we're remembering things that we can say thank you to God for. This week I've got thank you for my friends, and I've also put thank you for delicious food, just like we made earlier for our breakfast. Where we live, the shops are all full of plenty of food and we can keep our tummies nice and full. And for that we need to say thank you to God because we're very fortunate. So before we finish, here's a reminder of all the ways that we can keep in touch on our Facebook, our Instagram, email. Hopefully some of you might have tuned into our Saturday church YouTube video, which came out on Saturday. And we print off some sheets like this. We attach them to all the videos. They're called I Wonder. And there's lots of different activities on there you can do. This week's was all about the lion and the lamb and looking at our world and how God asks us to look after it. So feel free to print that off, have a look at some of those activities that you could do together. So I'm just going to hand over now to Finley and his sisters Freya and Isla for the teddy bear rhyme and say goodbye from myself, and I will see you all next week. Take care and remember to send me any videos or pictures, photos of things that you've been getting up to help us all stay connected. Bye from me.
Teddy bear, sailing around. Teddy bear, touch your ground. Teddy bear, touch your nose. Teddy bear, touch your toes. Teddy bear,